What is up, guys? Meower here, back with a brand new Call of Dragons video. Joining me today is a very special guest in one the leader of one of the alliances that have been one of the most impressive alliances in terms of activity and power we've seen in the biggest KvK we've seen of COD history so far. So without further ado, allow me to introduce the R5 of RoG, the Ronin Guard, Doomstar.
Hello, everyone. This is Doom. I'm the ward leader for RoG, Ronin Kingdom, and 110.
Nice. So this video will be pretty much the update number 2 on the status of the KvK. We've seen Zone 2 pretty much conclude, and we have our winners of the two Zone 2s that have had fights. So today we'll be talking with Doomstar and hearing his insights and what it's like to be running an alliance like this in terms of such high activity in a war so intense. And I know this KvK matchup is honestly super intense in the way the map is set up between Diplo and all that stuff. And tomorrow we're going to be having some special guests from BTR on the other side. So be sure to stay tuned to it. And of course, don't forget to drop the like and subscribe. And let's go. So, Doomstar, how did you end up even in the way that you are in the map right now?
Activity. Um, and Unfortunately, Alliance Tech has gave us a huge advantage. But activity was a big one too, right? We had to still fight.
Can you
Yeah.
elaborate on the Alliance Tech part?
Yeah, sure. So the fortifications tech, right? So it's 1 out of 10, right? So we have the minimum you have to have.
Hmm.
Our opponents are maxed out on that. So it takes them a lot longer to build a tower than it takes for us, right? And with
Oh.
the new buff or whatever, you get the 500% building.
Hmm.
That even makes it worse for them because we're able to put out more towers than they can in a short amount of time.
I
So that was a
see.
huge disadvantage for them.
I see.
Yeah.
So your opponents are obviously BNR, led by my good friend Neat. So what was it like, honestly, like fighting them and reaching the choke point first? Because when I was spectating your KvK, I saw you guys reach the Thunder Rock pretty quickly, and you started pushing them back. And now, as we can see on the map, that you're pretty much now choke point gaming next to the Spire.
Yes, it's been a lot of fun at the Spire, let me tell you. But I mean, we had open field fighting past their bridge, their rock side bridge. We The goal really wasn't to go to the Spire; it was to hold them at the bridge. But because of how fast we were able to build, we I went ahead and made the call that we were gonna, spend the rest of the day getting to that Spire because it was a much better position.
Hmm.
So it was a little difficult. They have their Alliance Fortress smartly placed where they can put a lot of
People that can
T5
TP pretty
cities to
much.
slow us
Yeah.
down. Yeah, so that was fun. As a shot caller, that was really fun. One of the most fun times I've had to manage getting my forces reinforced because they would just intercept them, right? So we had to develop, divide our groups and keep the T5s at bay, so to speak. So it was a lot of fun. Props to them for that. That building, that was a very good build by them, and it definitely made things fun for us to have to deal with. And
Hmm.
then, we just pushed down, we built, we kept in this activity. Activity won the day, for sure. And we built down and we blocked them at the Spire, and that's where we're at now. So,
Nice. Wait, so in terms of fighting, I wanna expand upon that part a little bit here.
sure.
Who has more T5s, you guys or BNR? Because looking at power wise, you guys seem relatively equal.
Yeah. So the T5 count that we did, we had 103 starting out. We
Ooh.
now have a little more than that. A lot of people had a lot of fun and spent some money. Um, they had last count, and I think they have a few more now, but last count was 96. So they had a little bit less than us, but
Hmm.
they have a lot more high power T5s like Super Krakens. We only have two really big ones.
You guys
They
have
have
Daka, I believe, and Bacardi Prime. I don't know how to
Victor
pronounce
Prime,
Victor
yes.
Prime. Yeah.
hmm So they have those two, right? And but we have some really good players, though. I mean, they're not like 200 mil players, but
Hmm.
there's Neat, right? Which Neat has infinite troops.
Needs
But
my student, you know.
yeah, yeah, and it was fun. Like it really was. I know it looked like we just curb stomped them, but they really did put up a good fight. It just I think being a season behind, they had a little to learn.
They're a season behind you.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yep,
It's like I am and beat in I am as well.
correct, correct. Yeah,
Hmm. What about in terms of quality of the T5s? Because you said you had more T5s, but what about the quality of those T5s compared to them? Because that always makes a
I
big
don't.
difference.
Yeah, it does. I think that's about equal, to be honest. I mean, when our T5s were lining up, they have a lot more infantry than us.
Hmm.
Um, but like they're I think the T5s are equal. I think where the imbalance was our T4s are just way better quality
They have
wise,
another
right?
season ahead.
Exactly. And we were just, I mean, the Ghost Train you would see once we eliminated their T5s, it was just, I mean, it was felt really bad to see it. It was bad.
Interesting. Yeah, that matters a lot. Infantry win wars. I don't know why people underestimate using infantry a lot. Super important. It's nice to see that you guys in your server, when you guys are considered much younger than the servers I'm in, and despite that, you're already catching up in terms of power, quality, strategies. Like it's so impressive to see, to be honest. I kind of hate my generation of alliances. I think they're trash compared to the newer ones. This is pure. I'm just shooting everyone right now, but in terms of like growth, quality, and everything, you guys are catching up extremely fast.
Yeah, it's taken a lot of work, and I know all the other big families out there. You guys know what I'm going through right now. It's a lot of time for leaderships to put in the extra time, and they don't get paid. So I mean, all you players out there that don't like your leadership is putting a lot of time into the game. So have a lot of respect for them,
It's a
even if they're
thankless
making
role.
mistakes. You have to make the mistakes to learn from it.
It's a thankless role. A thankless role. Leadership is a thankless role.
Yeah,
That's for
for
sure.
sure.
Wait, so let me get your thoughts now on the way the Diplo is set up, on the way the map is set up, because I know heading into the next zone, you're gonna be occupied in what essentially can be pretty much called a 2v1. So you got BNR and you got IL on your side of the map, and pretty much I
Correct.
believe your goal is to try to make it into the final zone in order to eventually try to relieve some pressure and try to trap in BTR. So let me get some thoughts, like how do you think the season's gonna go? Because all eyes are on
Sure.
this season right now.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean, for us, it's a 1v2, and we're really pumped for it. We like the challenge. It's where we grow the most and learn the most is the challenge. So, we're going to go into zone 3 and we're going to give it our all. So that's all we can do. And we're going to make it to zone 4. That's our plan. And hopefully the other side of the map goes in our favor for our allies.
Mhm.
And that's really all we can do, right?
Sounds like a lot of pressure, but you're keeping it cool.
Oh yeah, we're excited. We're super pumped for it.
I know it's gonna be a blast to watch because uh, it is what essentially like. How do you feel like what's like the win condition for your team, which is obviously you guys ROG plus the IM family plus EDS versus BTR, BNR, and IL. So what do you believe is your win conditions in this season, pretty much?
For my kingdom or for our coalition?
Why not both?
For my kingdom, it's simply to get to zone 4 and fight and, um, you know, obviously get to the dragon with my coalition. I mean, that's the goal is to get to the dragon, and we haven't worked out who gets that. We're not even worried about that until the time comes for that. But it's for us, we want to win, and that's our win condition. But for my kingdom, we really just want to have a lot of fun. That's our key. So as long as we've had fun and we've done everything we possibly can to try to win the season, we're good. That's our win condition. Now, for the coalition, it's obviously to keep BTR from Zone 4, probably. I'm assuming that's what they're doing over there.
Hmm.
And, go into Zone 4, and we're probably going to need some backup.
Hmm.
So, because we can't take, what is that, 36 billion power in the open field. And there's no strategy or activity
Numbers
or set
always
of
catch up.
tactics that can beat that. Yeah. So, Zone 4, if you guys seen the new map, it's very open past the initial area.
Hmm.
So there's no choke points or anything like that. It's very wide open, which is exciting. It's a big change. It's a good change.
Hmm.
So really the condition is like it's going to rely on the other side of the map for if we win the season or not.
For them to come to
So
relieve some pressure from you.
yeah,
Hmm. You want to hear my thoughts on the matter? What I believe
always
like should be the play for you guys would be have EDS and maybe one of the IM families try to smother BTR as much as possible, because for BTR I think it will be easier for them to push out into the final zone from IM side than it would be from EDS side, just judging from the power pretty much difference between them. So what I think that they can do is for it to help you guys out, because obviously from what I've seen so far, and this is not like taking shots at BNR or anything, I've just seen that you guys are much more active than BNR. I don't know what the current IL activity is, because I know that they had a big absorption between them and BTR last season. However, they still have like relatively high enough power. So what I believe is that you guys can try to bunker down in the lane, try to make your way to the pass, and then just try to flag layer as much as possible. And then once the zone opens, get into the zone, have one of the IMs move flag all the way to you on the other side, and try to make it like a 2v2 pretty much. Try to relieve some pressure from you guys. And then have EDS and on the other IM hopefully duke it out to BTR to the extent that they can maybe shut down BTR. But I think it's easier said than
contain the
done.
beast.
Yeah, easier said
Yeah,
than
I
done.
mean you're right. You're right 100%. I mean it's going to be something like that. I will tell you that after the Zone 3 opens, definitely check out what we've set up. It's
Mhm.
definitely going to be one of the most complicated defense arrays in this game. But you know, like if there is an alliance that can get to Zone 4 in a 1v2 against EDS and IM, it's going to be BTR, right?
And that's a lot
They
of praise.
they are. I mean, there our opponent this season wasn't too happy with how Diplo started, but I mean, there's got to give respect where respect's due. I mean, they're really strong and they're active.
Wait, was there
So I
drama?
mean,
Do I smell some drama here?
eh, not drama, just stuff didn't go the way it should have for Diplo.
Uh,
But it worked out. It's a pretty fair matchup, and I think that BTR is going to give a really good fight. And EDS, they're ready. They've been kind of blue balled a little bit, but
I'm really curious to see how
they're
EDS
ready.
performs.
I
Uh,
know those guys over there. I mean, we played with ETS in season 2 against HY11,
mhm,
and we played, and there's a bunch of other guys in there, AKA. We played with them a lot in season 2 plus, so we know a lot of those players over there.
mhm.
They're good players and they're active. So I'm really excited to see the fight. Like I'm more excited to watch that fight than my own fight. Like it's going to be the biggest fight in this game's history. I feel like.
They're both relatively equal in power. It'll just
Yeah,
boil down to activity.
exactly. And activity, activity, activity. If it's not just activity at one point in time, it's
Who's the
continuous
biggest
activity.
degenerate, pretty much? Who has the highest
Who
chance to
has no life?
divorce? Yeah, who has the highest
Yeah,
chance to get a divorce quick for the zone?
yeah.
Okay.
It'll be a good, fun season, and really show I guess, the community how crazy this game can get.
So when does your
So
zone open? when does the pass open so people know when to tune in and watch it?
So the new auger just flipped today. Double check just to be sure. So we have 2 days left on that, and then the pass opens 12 hours after that. So in 2.5 days.
Ooh, so
So
by Tuesday, pretty much.
yeah, yeah, it's gonna be, and I'm telling you that it's gonna be a full sprint to fight.
It's gonna be
I
a
mean, it's
blast.
gonna be crazy. Yeah.
It's gonna be a blast to
So
see, bro. I'm so excited. Okay, so I would love, of course, to sit and chat with you all night, but I know the R5 has a lot of responsibilities, and I don't want to take you too long away from your alliance and family. So, is there anything that you would like to say to the viewers and everyone watching? Because I know that some of your enemies might be watching this interview as well. So, is there anything you would like to say to both the community, your enemies, your allies, your alliance members, etc., etc.?
yeah, I just would like to point out that keeping a season fair and fun for everyone, including your opponents, is always in the best interest of this game because the seasons are now only 50 days long. If we make a season unfair and people quit the game because they didn't have fun, that is really bad and unhealthy for our game. So, as
Mhm.
leaderships, it's our responsibility to make sure that everybody in our KvK is going to have fun because that will just ensure the longevity of our game that we love. That's all I got to say.
I have a feeling there's a long story behind those words.
Yeah, I can give you a different interview similar time if you want to know, but not till the end of the season.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, well, then let's just wrap things up. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to show up to this interview. I mean, it's been an eye opener, and it's always nice to listen to different R5s and hear what they have to say, especially in a big season like this where all eyes are on this season. So, thank you so much, Doomstar. It's been a pleasure to have you for this video.
No problem at all. Anytime. And thank you for the honor of being interviewed by you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, perfect. Okay, there's just one more thing. Of course, for the viewers, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please be sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next video. Doomstar, you're the guest. It's tradition on this channel for the guest to do the meow meow, so please, if you may.
Meow meow.
If you enjoyed this video, click here to watch the next video. Oh, meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.